Yes, ma'am.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Judge Christy Ruppe. You are here today for first appearance. The purpose of this hearing is to inform you of the charges against you and determine whether there is probable cause for your arrest. Probable cause only means that it's more likely than not that you committed the crime in which you've been arrested. As you appear before me today, you're considered not guilty of what you've been charged with. That status will remain with you through each stage of these proceedings up until changed by the state attorney's office if they prove the case against you beyond and to the exclusion of every reasonable doubt. In all likelihood, you were arrested on a warrant or a new charge. Either way, you were given a bond pursuant to the bond schedule for the 5th Judicial Circuit. I will determine today whether to keep that bond the same, increase it, decrease it, or whether there are any other conditions of release that I will impose upon you. You are entitled to have a lawyer represent you at each stage of these proceedings. If you do not have one or if you cannot afford one, I will appoint the public defender's office for you this morning. You are also entitled to make a phone call to let friends, family, or counsel know where you are. If you haven't had the opportunity to make that phone call, please let me know. I'll make sure you get that phone call today. Finally, and most importantly, you have the right to remain silent, and I encourage you to do so. These hearings are recorded, and there is an assistant state attorney in this courtroom writing down everything that you say. So anything you say about the facts of your case can and will be held against you in the prosecution of your case down the road. At this time, I'd like everyone to raise your right hand so I can place you under oath. Solemnly swear or affirm the testimony before the court will be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Very good. As I call your name, please come forward to the podium. Badra Autry. Ms. Autry, can I have your date of birth?
5/20/1990.
All right, you are here today. You have something going on in Kentucky.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, it appears they want you back there. So what's going to happen is you have two choices today. Your first choice is that you can have an extradition hearing. We can schedule that hearing out in a couple months. At that hearing, someone from Kentucky will be here to confirm that they have a valid warrant for your arrest and that you are the correct subject of that warrant, and we will hold you in custody until they get here. Your other option is to put Kentucky on the clock right now and give them 15 days to decide whether they want to come get you. And if you want to sign that paperwork right there, that will be agreeing to give them 15 days to make that decision. Do you want to put Kentucky on the clock right now?
Your Honor, I'm not understanding. So if I do the 15 days, then I will stay incarcerated for those 15 days?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so because I have a newborn baby at home who's breastfeeding, and I'm in the methadone clinic.
All right. Well, listen, I don't have the jurisdiction to change that. It's a no bond violation of probation warrant. There's nothing I can do about that except to give you those options that I've already given to you. The one option is that you have 15 days to put Kentucky on the clock to decide whether they want you. The other option is to have an extradition hearing, and we can, like I said, you're going to be in custody for the couple months until we get that extradition hearing together. So what would you like to do?
The 15 days.
All right, go ahead and sign for that 15 days right now. All right, we'll set you up for a status check soon, ma'am. All right, Miranda Fritz. Ms. Fritz, can I have your date of birth?
3/7/1998.
You are here today for possession of methamphetamine, possession of controlled substance, and possession of drug paraphernalia. Your bond amount is $5,000. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office?
Yes.
I'll appoint the public defender's office. Date?
It's Fritz, Your Honor?
Fritz, F-R-I-T-Z.
Oh, Fritz, sorry.
Yes.
She has one prior theft charge from last year that she was convicted of.
Okay. Ma'am, I have an address for you in WPA Road in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
No.
Okay, where do you live?
I currently don't have an address.
Okay. You have a job?
I would be starting this Wednesday, but yeah, I'm here.
If you get out of jail today, where are you going to be staying?
How am I going to get out? I can't get out of jail today.
Are you being held on another charge?
Huh?
Are you being held on another charge? Is this the only thing you're in custody for?
This is the only thing I'm in custody for.
Okay. Do you have a place to stay if you get out of jail?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have a place to stay in Hernando County if you get out of jail?
Yes.
Okay. And do you have a way to get someone at the jail that address?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to set your bonds at $100 each, but before you're allowed to bond out for that $100 each, you need to provide the jail with an address where we can find you if we need you, okay? So I'll see you back before on June 21st at 8:30 in the morning, and you're going to want to reach out to the public defender's office when you can, okay? Mary Powell. Can I have your date of birth?
11/17/71.
All right, you were here today for a violation of community control. I found probable cause for your arrest, and it's based on a warrant signed by Judge Toner on April 29th. He wants you held no bond until you go back in front of him. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you on that, ma'am?
Yes, Mr. Houston was the case for me.
Very good. We'll appoint the public defender's office. We'll see you back before on June 21st at 8:30 in the morning in front of Judge Toner, okay? Jamie Smith. Can I have your date of birth?
11/6/91.
You were here today for a violation of probation. I found probable cause for your arrest, and it's based on a warrant signed by Judge Merritt on March 19th. You want to held no bond until you go back to court. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you on that?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll appoint the public defender's office. Hold you no bond. We'll see you back on June 21st at June 11th. June 11th at 9 a.m. in front of Judge Merritt.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ronisha Spears. Can I have your date of birth?
November 19th, 1993.
You are here today for 4 counts of obtaining a controlled substance by fraud. I found probable cause for your arrest on each of these. Do you want the public defender's office?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll appoint the public defender's office on each of your cases. I'm just going to ask the state attorney about your prior record, okay?
Your Honor, she's got prior, she may have been in DOC. She's got drug charges over the last couple of years in like 4 or 5 different counties. She doesn't have any community ties here. We'd ask that the bond remain the same or go
Yes,
up.
ma'am, I'm PLC.
Okay, ma'am, okay, hold on a second. Let me. All right, I have an address for you on Dania Beach in Florida. Dania Beach, 6th Ave on Dania Beach, Florida. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, how long have you lived there?
About 6 years.
All right, do you have a job?
No, ma'am.
All right, when did you get out of DOC?
I'm still in DSC custody.
Okay. Should we just transport her to here for this stuff?
Yeah, that's what it
Yes.
seems to
Okay.
me.
So,
Seems they went and picked her up.
doesn't really matter then. So we'll just keep the bonds at $1,000 each. We'll see you back in court on May 28th at 1:15 in the afternoon, okay? Someone from the public defender's office will reach out to you soon.
Thank you.
All right, thanks.
Say 528, sir, ma'am?
Yes. Sherry Taylor? Can I have your date of birth?
5/2/53.
You're here today for a violation of probation. I found probable cause for your arrest. It looks like out of Pasco County. Pasco County wants you held no bond until you get back over there. So we're going to hold you no bond until you get to Pasco County. They will come get you sometime within the next 5 days. When you get there, you can ask for a court date and ask for a lawyer. If for some reason it takes them more than 5 days, the folks there at the jail will bring you back in front of me and we'll figure out what the holdup is, okay? Thank you, ma'am. Jason Doust. Can I have your date of birth?
3/28/85.
You were here today for knowingly drive while your license is suspended or revoked. They're saying it's your third or subsequent. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes, ma'am.
Like the public defender's office, state, I have his driving record, anything other than that?
Yeah, goes back about 20 years, petty theft, burglary, criminal mischief, violation of probation, some driving stuff, no license, drugs, no scripts in 16, fraudulence of credit card, marijuana paraphernalia, a couple of violation of probations and petty theft last year.
All right. Sir, I have an address here in California Street in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
About 6 months now.
All right. How long have you lived in Hernando County?
My whole life.
All right. Do you have a job?
Not at this time, no.
All right. Going to keep the bond the same. We'll see you back to court on June 21st at 8:30 in the morning. If you're unable to bond out, someone from the PD's office will be out to see you, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Julio Zamorano Gordillo. Can I have your date of birth?
1992.
All right. You are here today for not having a valid driver's license. I found probable cause for your arrest. Doesn't appear to be anything else on his record. Steve, do you want to give you a prior record, or do you want to give him an offer?
He was, in 2015, he had another no driver's license.
Want to do a time served?
Sure.
Sir, you want to take care of this case today? Do you speak English?
No.
Okay, we need to get an interpreter. Is Juan Carlos here today? Or okay, can we call him up? All right, have him have a seat. We'll get to him at the end of the docket. Joseph Easton? Can I have your date of birth?
10/12/94.
Okay. You are here today for human trafficking, conspiracy to commit human trafficking, unlawful use of a two-way communications device, and lewd and lascivious battery. I found probable cause for all four, and probable cause was also signed based on a warrant signed by Judge Angelitis on May 13th. I see you have private counsel, so I'll put you in as hiring private counsel. I'm going to keep the bond the same at this time. You're set for a pretrial detention hearing tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. in front of Judge Merritt. And that's it. No contact with the victim. Anything else we need to go over?
Just Mark Salton here on behalf of the defendant.
I'm sorry. What was your name, sir?
Sultan.
Mark Salton.
Salton?
Yes.
Thank you.
Will we be able to argue bond or probable cause at all today?
Probable cause is already found based on the warrant. So the bond reduction issues are going to be handled at a pre-trial detention hearing in front of Judge Merritt, who is the judge on the case, tomorrow at 9 a.m.
Have there been motions filed?
I believe there's a pre-detention.
Yes,
detention
yes, ma'am. There was a pretrial detention motion filed today. I have a copy if you want to wait till after first appearance. I'm going to be handling the case so we can talk after court.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
And I appreciate that the tables have been turned, Mr.
Yes,
Chairman.
it's very good to see you again.
Good to see you, too. All right, so tomorrow morning. Thank you, Mr. Easton.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Brian Gugier. Can I have your date of birth?
3373.
All right. You are here today for human trafficking, conspiracy to commit, unlawful use of a two-way communication device, and an L&L battery. Currently, you're being held no bond. I found probable cause, and probable cause is also based on the warrant signed by Judge Angelitis on May 13th. We have a pre-trial detention hearing filed on May 23rd at 9 a.m. That would be tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. And I'll note that you have private counsel. Counsel, your name for the record.
Brian Trey, Your Honor.
Okay. And there's no contact with the victim, and we'll see you all tomorrow morning.
Thank you, Your Honor.
James Hancock. Can I have your date of birth?
3/22/52.
Okay, we're here today for human trafficking, conspiracy to commit human trafficking, unlawful use of a two-way communication device, and an L&L battery. Currently, you're being held no bond. I'm going to keep those bond amounts the same. PC has been found by Judge Angelitis on May 13th, and there's no contact with the victim. And do you want an attorney to represent you, sir?
I have a private attorney.
Okay, who do you have?
I'm not sure his name. My mother has his name.
Okay. Well, there's no one here for you today. If you can get in touch with your lawyer and let your lawyer know that you have a hearing tomorrow morning in front of Judge Merritt to determine whether you will be allowed bond, okay?
Okay, yes, ma'am. My lawyer is returning today from being out of town for a funeral, so I will contact my mother as soon as I'm out of here.
Okay.
Let him know.
You contact your mother. All right, thank you. Sean Henson? Can I have your date of birth?
31380.
You are here today for human trafficking, conspiracy to commit human trafficking, unlawful use of a two-way communication device, and an L&L battery, lewd and lascivious battery. I found probable cause for all three, as well as Judge Angelitis on May 13th. I'm going to keep the bond the same. See you back to court tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. in front of Judge Merritt for a pre-trial detention hearing. Do you want the Public Defender's Office to represent you, or are you going to have private counsel?
Public defender, no.
I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office. Someone will reach out to you today or talk to you before court tomorrow morning, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you. Taladine Latchman. Mr. Latchman, can I have your date of birth?
April 12, 1970.
Okay, you are here today for human trafficking, conspiracy to commit human trafficking, and lawful use of a two-way communication device, and lewd and lascivious battery. Right now, there is no bond, and you heard the spiel, Attorney Brown. I'm going to keep it no bond. I'm going to note that you have a private attorney representing you. Let your private attorney know that you have a hearing tomorrow morning, May 23rd at 9 a.m. in front of Judge Merritt to address any bond issues, and or that you have no contact with the victim, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, court, please excuse Mammy Stevens.
Have a good day, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
Lawrence Kemble.
Afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon. Can I have your date of birth?
June 10th, 1948.
Okay, you are here today for human trafficking, conspiracy to commit human trafficking, lewd and lascivious battery, and lawful use of a two-way communication device. Currently, there's no bond. I'm going to keep that no bond status. Set you up for a hearing tomorrow morning on May 23rd at 9 a.m. in front of Judge Merritt. And do you have a private attorney that's going to be appearing for you, or do you want the public defender's office?
I just spoke to my attorney today, trying to hire him.
Okay, who is that, sir?
O'Brien and Hatfield.
Okay. Is he, are you going to be hiring him today?
I have to get him some funds first, and
Okay.
then talk to me.
Do you want me to appoint the public defender's office in the meantime?
If that's possible, sure.
I can do that. We'll appoint the public defender's office, and then when you get the funds together to hire a private attorney, that private attorney will file a notice of appearance, and then the public defender's office will withdraw from your case, okay?
All right, thank you.
All right, there's no contact with the victim. We'll see you back at court tomorrow morning. Jason Rollison. Can I have your date of birth?
February 10th, 1973.
Okay, you are here today for human trafficking, conspiracy to commit human trafficking, and unlawful use of a two-way communication device, and lewd and lascivious battery. Right now, there's no bond. We're going to keep this. You held no bond. We have you set for a pretrial detention hearing tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. in front of Judge Merritt. There's no contact with the victim, and I'll note, do you have private counsel? Counsel, your name?
John Whitaker for the record.
Okay. All right, and we'll see y'all tomorrow morning, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, do we have an interpreter for Mr. Zamorano Gordillo?
Just wait. I have one more case, and then I'll come talk to you.
Do we have to call the line?
My case.
Juan just texted me back and said he's not here, but he's on the way.
Okay. All right, is the only person left the interpreter case, Zamorano Gordillo?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we're just waiting for the interpreter. Is there an ETA on that? We can try the language line.
No, I don't know. Making sure everyone's played that done.
Okay. Can you have Zamorano Gordillo approach, please? We were going to do time server for him, right?
Welcome to Language Line Solutions. For Spanish, press 1. For please enter access code. Please hold for an interpreter.
Thank you for calling Language Line Solutions. My name is Diana. ID number is 1-876. I will be your Spanish interpreter today. You need a dialogue.
No, ma'am. We have the defendant here on a monitor. If you could please ask his name and date of birth.
Voy a ser su intérprete, todo se traduce. ¿Me da su nombre, por favor?
Julio César Zamorano Gordillo, 29 de septiembre de 1992.
No le escuché con claridad. ¿Me repite su nombre?
Julio César Zamorano Gordillo.
Did you hear him?
Only the first part. Let me ask for the second last name. ¿Su segundo apellido cómo es, perdón?
Gordillo.
¿Murillo?
Sí.
¿Fecha de nacimiento?
9/29 del 92.
My My name is Julio Cesar Zamorano Murillo, September 29, 1992.
Okay, can you let him know he's here today because he did not have a valid driver's license?
Está usted aquí porque no tiene licencia de conducir válida.
Ajá.
And if he wants to take care of his case today, he can get out of jail today.
Quiere hacerse cargo de su caso hoy y salir de la cárcel hoy.
And he would have to pay fines of $488.
Tiene que pagar la multa de $488
And he would just have to make payment arrangements with the clerk of court.
y tiene que hacer arreglos de pago con el encargado del tribunal.
Does he want to take care of his case today?
Sí.
¿Quiere hacer esto hoy?
Sí.
I think he understands more English than we thought. Okay.
Mhm.
Sir, do you understand that by taking this plea today that you're giving up your right to go to trial?
Piensa usted que haciendo el pago el día de hoy renuncia a su derecho de tener un juicio.
No entendí bien, ¿me puedo repetir lo que dijo?
I don't understand exactly.
Okay. You have the right to take your case to trial. I can schedule you for a trial where we can have a hearing and the state can prove that you committed this crime. Or you can take care of your case today.
Usted tiene derecho a ir a juicio. Se programa una audiencia donde usted puede probar que no es culpable o paga la multa hoy y ya no y pierde su derecho al juicio.
Pago la multa.
I will pay the fine.
Okay. Do you understand that you're giving up your right to have a trial and you're giving up your right to have a lawyer? Do you want to give up those rights in order to take care of this case today?
Entonces sí entiende que está renunciando a su derecho a juicio y a tener un abogado y que en ese caso si usted se hace cargo de pagar hoy ya no tiene esos derechos.
Sí.
Okay.
Yeah.
With regard to this not having a valid driver's license, you can plead no contest, which means you're just taking a plea in your own best interest. Would you like to plead no contest today?
Entonces, para lo que se le está acusando, que no tiene una licencia válida, usted no se opone y pierde su derecho a tribunales, ¿correcto?
Sí.
Okay. I'll accept your plea of no contest. I find it's freely and voluntarily given. I'll give you a withhold and $488 fine. You just need to make payment arrangements with the clerk of court.
Muy bien, entonces queda, si usted no se opone a lo que se decide, su multa es de $488 y para que haga los arreglos de pago con el encargado del tribunal.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Interpreter.
Have
a good day.
Bye.
Did we have anything else we needed to put on the record?
No.